my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, a former star makes a huge return on WWE Raw.
I've got all the backstage details on that huge return for a former WWE star.
And in the opposite direction, a WWE legend teased the retirement after Raw.
Oh, who could that possibly be? And the women's tag team tournament is Snakebit. I'm Adam Wilborn.
Yes, it is.
This is the news.
All right, let's kick this thing off by talking about, well, I mean, I could say it's a spoiler, but it happened on Raw, so it's not really. Johnny Gargano's back.
Yes!
Right, Johnny Gargano's back. He returned on Raw. I think, the likelihood of this went through the roof as soon as Triple H was installed as head of creative, right? Johnny Gargano is the guy you look at and you go, okay, Vince McMahon, you're not 7 foot, he's not going to push you, so, okay, whatever. But he came out on Raw. It was weird. It was just kind of like we went back to the arena and his music hit and his name was on the screen. It was like, oh, cool, nice, Johnny's here.
It's that wave of it where it passed through the crowd where people were like, wait, what?
What's going on?
So mad.
So yeah, he came out, he cut a promo talking about how good it was to be back, all that stuff. Baby wrestling, he said that. So that's a fit. They're going to sell baby grows now, WWE, aren't they? With baby wrestling on it. Talking about that, Theory came out, which is appropriate because they were in the way together. Mm-hmm. They had a bit of a kerfuffle and it all ended in Johnny Gargano's super kicking Theory doing a little dance. He did a little dance after hitting him with a super kick. But Johnny Gargano is back in WWE. He'd been absent since December when he left at the end of his previous contract, taking time off, having the first kid.
Grayson Bloody Waller, I think it was, who chased him out.
His kid?
No.
His child, Grayson Waller, was born in February. Quill?
Yes.
Is that right? Quill, his and Candice's first child was born in February, so he's been taking time off, look after the family, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm rambling now, but he's back.
Absolutely fantastic. This.
He's all the way back, like Hit Row.
Just pop my little tiny tits off when this happened. I was watching this morning going, that was my reaction, basically. Yeah. Also, before we talk about the backstage details that I've got about this, I'm not normally a fan of this, but then I am incredibly biased towards Johnny Gargano. He's one half of
Gargano.
Indeed. He's one half of my favourite match of all time.
One final beat.
Close.
Oh.
Adam Cole. 2 out of 3
okay.
falls. But is there a bit of you that thinks maybe the Money in the Bank briefcase should just be put on Gargano?
No, because he's a babyface, and well, yes and no.
Got more chance than Theory.
Yes and no, actually, now that you think about it, because it's better on a cowardly heel, right? But Theory, I don't think should be anywhere near the World Championship anytime soon. And Gargano could kind of reverse the trend and go, hey, here's where I'm challenging. Me and you, Roman, or whoever's the champion, we're going to meet in the ring on Monday at 10 p.m. or whatever. You could kind of reverse that. Yeah, okay.
You could do the RVD in my backyard. Who knows?
Yeah, you've taught me into it.
Anyway, shout out to Fightful Select. No crap, just Sapp. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, who got a great report out all about Johnny Gargano's return.
There we go. Show respect to Gargano.
And just how secretive this whole thing was. Just touch on the whole, was he going to go to Impact? Was he going to go to AEW? There may have been discussions with AEW, but I think all parties kind of knew it probably wasn't going to happen. But in terms of Gargano's WWE return, obviously very much kept under wraps. So much so there was no mention of his name in the run sheets. Some WWE personnel who weren't briefed, including members of the production team, didn't have a bloody clue until literally he walked through the backstage area and they went, what? Huh? And someone went, play his bloody music. Also, in terms of WWE attempting to re-sign Gargano, they were steady in their approach throughout the time that he was away from the promotion. They were being patient, basically. And I love this. I love this note that they've put here. They were basically just respectful of Johnny's wishes that he wanted to spend more time with his family, be there for his wife as their child was born and took its first few formative months in this world. As you say, Quill, which, as I always say, is something that really should be normalised for fathers.
It's wild that we're giving them credit for basic human decency,
exactly.
Isn't it? Like, that's where we're at.
But, great to see Gargano back. Obviously, people speculating on, I think, AEW in Cleveland this week? Raw in Cleveland last week, something like that.
So many shows have been in Ohio recently that I'm getting very confused. My US geography is not very good, so I apologise to the great people of Ohio. John Moxley from Ohio. There you go. Sami Callihan, he's from there as well.
Yeah.
There you go. So an interesting part of this Fightful report as well was talking about how they hadn't heard of any talks with AEW but Impact was never really an option that was on the table. Gargano obviously did the little video tribute for Alex Shelley the other week, which was just him being nice to a mate, basically doing a little favor. Yeah, it's cool. Like anytime, I think like I said earlier, when Triple H came back in, it was a lot easier to go, yeah, Gargano might end up here. However, it was still quite cool that they kept last night specifically last night under wraps, and were able to kind of preserve that.
Considering how like hyper-produced Raw used to be, what do you reckon the production staff thought when they just got a sheet and it was like Trish's bit and Edge versus Priest and there was just a big question mark for 10 minutes and they were like, Paul, what's this?
Yeah, was this?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Don't worry about it.
He's working his own staff, isn't he? It's good stuff. Who's next? Who's next to return, do you reckon? Because we're like, it's every week we're getting someone cool and fun, and Road Dogg's back as well.
Yeah, can't have it all good.
What, a month and a half after begging Tony
I'm gonna go
Khan
Jeff
for a job?
Jarrett.
4 days later, I'm back. I'm better than ever. I could see him doing Bischoff actually for a banner.
Yeah.
The Fiend, obviously.
Indy getting moved to the main roster now.
Brandy's probably a good bet. She had a match at the PC the other week.
Oh, yes, please.
There you go. All sorts of options. Let us know down in the comments.
Always going to be the Fiend, though, for us, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Always the Fiend, baby. Riding that alligator to the ring. Speaking of alligators, Edge. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got the video on our channel, right? But basically, after Raw, Edge teased retiring in Toronto. It was his first match there in 12 years, looking at his cage match profile. He wrestled Damian Priest on the show, yada yada yada. There was an angle at the end where Beth Phoenix showed up and they ran the Judgment Day off. All of that stuff. But basically, Edge cut this promo, and we're not going to go into the content of it because you can watch it on the channel. Go watch that video. There'll be a little gimmick somewhere up here that Phil will magically appear. Thanks, Phil. That will show up. But basically, Edge teasing retirement in Toronto, saying next time I come back, maybe that'll be the time we say goodbye. What do you reckon of this?
Yeah, I spoke a little bit about this with Phil on the video that you've just mentioned there. I should apologise, by the way. I forgot to mention, thank you to Hayley from Canada, a.k.a. @GiftedPink on Twitter, who sent that to us. I completely neglected to mention that in the previous video because I was too busy shouting about leaves. Because he talks about leaves. Maybe he'll wrestle a leaf in his final wrestling match. Look, I said before, I think it might be the right call. I think he kind of knows personally what he can and can't do, and he doesn't want to be one of those guys who's just sort of hanging on and
go down on his own terms.
Exactly. We'll get to the Twitter questions as well because there's speculation as to who we'd like to see him wrestle in his last ever match. But yeah, always like to see people going, no, I'm not going to have someone else tell me. I'll tell you when I'm going to retire, and it's before. Just don't do it. Think of another. I can't think of another recent retirement where maybe someone has held on a little bit too long and people thought probably should have retired a few years ago. Just can't think of any. Anyway, right, let's talk about this bloody cursed women's tag team tournament. Really enjoyable match last night. Asuka and Io Sky sharing a ring together. Oh my god. But on the other side of the bracket, an already troubled side, it's got worse. So, let me get this straight, Andy. Nikita Lyons was going to wrestle alongside Zoe Stark in that bottom bracket against Natalya and Sonya Deville.
That's right.
Correct. Then Nikita Lyons wasn't let into Canada because allegedly she was unvaccinated.
Zoe Stark got concussed.
And she was concussed.
Right. The vaccination thing is up in the air.
Okay. They get taken out. They go, don't worry, Toxic Attraction take their place. Toxic Attraction win. Now Toxic Attraction are out of the tournament. Basically, there's going to be a 4-way last chance for all the teams who didn't make it through to get that place to eventually probably lose to Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, who will go through to the final, where they will face Dakota Kai and Io Sky, who are probably going to win the whole tournament. No word as to why they didn't do the Freebird rule with Mandy Rose, presumably because they didn't want Mandy Rose, NXT Women's Champion, to lose. But yeah, it's really snake bit. Certainly this side of the draw. It's
absolutely cursed, isn't it? Like it was announced 3 months ago. They finally bring it on, and then when they finally bring it on, they've got no teams really to pull out, so they have to go, hey, Raquel and Dalia, on you go.
Good mates.
Yeah, great pals. And now people have had to pull out and stuff. Yeah, it's just one of those things. There's not really anything you can do about these things. They're just accidents. You just sit back and enjoy the chaos.
Call me a mark.
Mark?
Yeah, well, that's fair because I've got to be honest, I don't really care as long as we get a little moment in the final between Raquel Rodriguez and Dakota Kai, and if I can have all my Christmas wishes come at once, Dakota and Io win. And then Sasha and Naomi return and go, what are you doing with those belts?
That will, like, all of the injuries and stuff will be forgotten about by then. Nikita Lyons had herself one hell of a weekend on social media. Do you see the rap video she did?
I did not.
That emerged. I'll show you after this.
Wow.
It's something.
On the top dollar scale, where's it sitting?
Oh boy, oh boy. A completely different scale.
Okay.
Yep.
Money. Okay, fair enough. At WhatCulture WWE, if you want to get in touch with us with Twitter questions, let's move on to them right now. Eddie Zamhari.
Yeah? You're mean. Leave top dollar alone.
And maximum male models for life, baby.
Oh, okay, that's fair. See, that's fair. You've contextualized that now.
Eddie Zamhari gives us our first question of the day. So with Edge saying next year in Toronto will be his last match on WWE, who do you want to be his last potential opponent? You can see what's coming.
Yep.
Edge versus Kevin Owens, says Eddie.
Ooh, that'd be really good. Before WrestleMania, and we just joked about this in the office, I would have said AJ, but that wasn't great. Not
that one. One more match, not that one.
In an ideal world, right, and this would be completely wank. Like, it would be the most pantomime, over-the-top facial expression stuff of all time. But him and Christian would be really cool. It obviously can't happen because they're in different companies.
For now,
well.
Bring him home, Papa H.
Sammy would be cool.
Yes.
Sammy would be cool, on a similar note to Kevin Owens. But if you have some hot, young, up-and-comer you want to mint on the way out, on Edge's way out, that'd be a cool option as well. Who you got?
John Cena.
John Cena.
Up-and-comer. Boom.
The Undertaker.
Look, if someone's going to retire, we're going to make the most of it. We're going to make a new young star. It's the flipping Fiend. Edge disappears in a box-like structure.
That's it. You never see him again. It's in the box.
Bye! He becomes a puppet.
It's the sludge puppet. Oh my god.
Grumpy Edge, the sludge puppet.
Is there like an obvious young up-and-comer that we could... Because, like, I think a lot of
theory's right there.
yeah.
I don't want it, but...
He's not at that level, I don't think. Like, I still think, right, and people can dislike this comment, it's fine. I think Theory's like a 6 out of 10 at literally everything. Is there, like, a hot, young, up-and-coming star? Who've you got?
So you want to end Edge's career, right? You want to retire him.
Well...
You want to leave him, some might say, sleeping with the fishes.
Oh,
I got a guy over on NXT 2.0 that takes these schmucks out all the goddamn time. Santos Escobar. Done! Tommaso Ciampa in the dirt.
Okay.
Tony D, baby. There's only one guy for this.
I mean, I want Edge to retire happily. I don't want him dead. Jeez.
Wow Hunter gives us our second question of the goddamn day. Also sends a GIF, which we probably can't show, of a gator galloping. So
yep, there it is. They're
fantastic.
really fast.
We got 2 videos, like simultaneously, tweet after tweet, of a video of an alligator galloping.
We got the one of him eating a golf ball as well. People send us the best stuff, man.
Who do you want to see in the Blackpool Combat Club? I was thinking adding Jamie Hayter, or if she wasn't hurt, Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, both of those wrestlers would be good fits. Particularly Layla Hirsch has the legitimate thing going on, so it fits up quite nicely. Similarly, Serena Deeb, I think, would be a good addition because she does the professor gimmick. She's had like the rookie challenges and all that stuff. Aesthetically, that's very similar to what the Blackpool Combat Club are doing, so all 3 of those are really good. Why not put all of them in?
Yeah.
And they beat everybody. Bob Holly.
Serena Deeb is officially the perfect answer to that question, Andy, so I'm not going to add any more to it. Leanne Hamel gives us our final question of the day. Thank you for your question, Leanne. She says, it's been 7 years since NXT Brooklyn and the 4 Horsewomen curtain call. Do you think we'll ever see the Horsewomen as a factor, or faction, I assume? Or is it more likely a fatal 4-way can finally happen on the main roster at Mania in 2024?
I could see Triple H doing both of those things, for sure. He's going to be a lot more into that, kind of calling back to like classic NXT spots and moments than Vince was. I could 100% see a fatal 4-way for the title at some point. And then a Survivor Series, maybe do the Horsewoman versus someone else.
The MMA Horsewoman? I mean, I realise Marina Shafir is over there.
Yeah.
Jasmine Duke, but...
Maybe.
You're telling me there's a chance. Anything's possible under Papa H.
Yeah.
So.
Let's
move on to today's and finally rapidly from Joey Metalman. Shout out to Joey.
Okay.
Who made us the most Canadian sign ever. He took a sign to Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure if it got on screen. I'm sure Simon Miller will mention this on Ups and Downs later on today, although that will be delayed because he's literally coming back from America right now. He's been over there wrestling. That's right, he's Mr. Worldwide. He's Pitbull when it comes to wrestling. Anyway, He wanted he got the old Simon Give Me an Upside. I've seen
Of
loads of
course.
those. I never get tired of seeing them, but they're always great.
Classic.
But
Classic.
how'd you make a Canadian? Not only do you put a maple leaf in the arrow, you write please on it.
Fair enough.
I assume Simon. I feel like if we genuinely tested Simon Miller, he'd turn out to be Canadian because he's so nice.
Yeah. Shall we test him? I don't know how.
Looking at that body, somebody should be goddamn testing it.
Where's Simon?
So jealous.
That's me. Yeah, he is
I've seen him work out, and it made me tired watching him.
He's so disciplined. Like, remember when we were in New York and we were all like, "Hey, let's get a slice of pizza," and he was like, "Where can I get a vegetable?"
Yeah.
Like, I admire that 100% because even when he's in like the city in the world where it's probably the easiest to get like junk food and stuff, he's like, no, like I need to stick to my plan.
Every day we were in New York, I had a bacon croissant for breakfast and a coffee that had 1 million calories in it, and he was just there with a nana going, just going to go and do some clanging and banging down the gym.
Well, that's why we look like this and Simon looks like that, so fair play.
But who do you really want to be like, kids?
Simon.
Also Simon, yeah fair enough. Right, so anyway, thank you to Joey Metalman, I really hope that's Joey's real name, on Twitter for that one. Let us know your thoughts on everything we discussed on Twitter, as I said, at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there, you can follow both of us. You can follow Andy Murray
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Happy 4-Day Week to us. Not as good as a 4-day weekend, but, you know.
It's pretty up there.
Yeah.
We're back now. We will work hard for the next 4 days.
We are all
well,
the way
3
back.
days and then it's Friday.
We were talking about that Hit Row segment a lot. It wasn't great.
Money.
It wasn't great. I like Hit Row, but that wasn't very good.
At Adam Wilborn on Twitter if you want to follow me. At WhatCulture WWE, as for all of us. And make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Myself and the Dudley Boys sitting down to review a brilliant episode of Monday Night Raw and look ahead to the best ever Lights Out match set to take place on NXT 2.0.
You are on one. A brilliant episode of Raw.
Yeah.
And the best ever Lights Out match ever.
No lies detected.
Take place.
Also, as I said, as we mentioned earlier, if you want to check out that video of Edge talking about or teasing his retirement, there's a video already on our channel and Ups and Downs coming your way later on today, but a little bit later than usual. But for now, this has been the news. My thanks, Andy Murray. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.